bought a beautiful mirror. And I loved it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Remember this? And I was like, where am I gonna put this? I didn't really know. And then I had an idea. I wanted to put it on this. But I was thinking it would just rest here, like use this like a plate stand, but it didn't work. So last night it hit me to try what I did today. And I think it's gonna work out. So what I did was I took one of these little hooks and I have some of that Gorilla double-sided tape and I put it there. Uh-oh, my mirror just came apart. Oh, geez, hold on. No. My mirror just come up. My mirror just come apart. No. Put it in backwards. Dude, this is made in Japan. The back of the mirror's got Japan on it. Okay, I fixed the mirror. I just took some of those little Gorilla double-sided tape squares and I cut them in half and I put one here, one at the bottom, and it's fixed it. Okay, back to what I was saying. So I'm gonna hang this on this little hook. Jeez, it's a Monday for sure. And voila, look at that. I love that. And then I'll stick my candles back in. And I have just customized the sconce. And I'm gonna hang it up in the hallway where it was. Yay, I love that. I love that I can use this mirror on here. So let me go hang it up. There it is, and I love it. I love those two pieces together. Yes, that makes me happy. And it's not permanent. I can take the mirror off and put it somewhere else if I want to, but that's what it looks like for now. All right, y'all. So I had a epiphany this morning. I had to go by Walmart after the gym. I'm getting back on track. You girl has been slipping. I have just been acting like a crazy person, just eating without any accountability, not tracking my calories, not doing my fasting. And it's like, them few pounds I lost, I done gained back. I'm sure I haven't got on the scales yet. But anyway, today it's a fresh start. Back in the gym, I'm going to get my workouts this week. Back on my fasting, back on being mindful of how many calories I eat a day. All that fun stuff. But I was in there. I had to go to Walmart after the gym, and I needed coffee. We had one coffee pod left. I know. Danger, Will Robinson. So I ran in there to get some coffee, and I was like, I'm going to get me some Folgers. I love Folgers coffee, and, you know, I have my little Folgers coffee can. And I was like, I'm going to get me some Folgers. So your girl is drinking her some Folgers today. I just got through brewing. So I'm fixing to fix it all up. This was my go-to coffee for years. And then my mama, I tried the donut blend at her house one day. And I was like, that's really good. And so when I got my, it's not a Keurig, but when I got the one that takes the pods, I just always got those. So, because I liked hers. But your girl's going to venture out on the wild side and drink her a cup of Folgers this morning. Lord have mercy. Wonder what it'll do to me. What kind of energy will it give me? I don't know. Could be dangerous. And when I get through drinking my coffee, I'm going to go in there and get dressed. I'm not going anywhere today, but I'm going to make it a point to get dressed. And then I'm going to show y'all around and show you everything that I styled. I think I was able to style everything. I'm not going to put the Easter stuff out, like the Easter postcards. I have put them up for next year. So that's the only thing I don't really have styled. But everything else I was able to find a spot for. And it makes me happy. Now, I did have to take away some things because, well, I'll get into all that whenever I'm showing y'all. But I'm excited to taste the Folgers. Folgers. Let's see. Look, y'all know that first sip's always the best. Let's see. Oh my goodness, that's so good. That's so good. Oh, I love it. Even the second sip was good. All right, so let me go sit down and enjoy my Folgers. And then I'm going to get dressed and I'll show y'all what I've done, how I've incorporated all those new finds for my house. We have not made the lamp yet out of the old coffee pot, but we'll get to that. This is just not the weekend to do it. We have so many lamps to make, so I've really got to take inventory of what parts I have and what parts I need to order. I've been ordering it off of Amazon so I can get a better deal. So I need to look into that. But yeah, let me go drink my coffee and I will catch up with y'all later. So I did get me a pothos plant to put in this cute little planter. I need to repot it. It needs to be in a bigger pot, but the planter is actually big enough that I can set like a saucer down in there and set my plant in there. It's just got fresh water, so yeah. And then I've just put this little chair over here. I've done a little bit of redecorating. I put this little chair over here. I kind of bunched up a doily. And I like this. And you're probably thinking, well, what did you do with the chair that was there? Well, I'm going to show you. But the reason I moved this chair here is because I kept the trunk here. And it was just too crowded in that spot. So I like that better. And so that's what I've done. And so the little chair that I had originally put over there, I've put it here in the hall. And I think it is adorable. It goes so perfectly in the hall right there. So as we come into my laundry room, I've put this cute enamel pan here. I've got it upside down for now because I just thought it was cute. And it kind of adds to it. And when I messed up and got the small thing of washing detergent, it fits on it. So when I get the regular size one, I'll have to flip it over and set it inside. But for now, I've put it there. I like it. It's just, it kind of keeps, like if the laundry detergent does drip, this cabinet has some issues before from stuff leaking. So I just kind of set it here for now. Will it stay here? I don't know. I may move it around, but for now, that's where it's at. And I like it. And then I've put my little postcard picture with the chickens in here. And I really like that. So that is where I've put 2 of those items. And I still love my laundry room. It's one of my favorites. I just love it so much. Okay, on to some other pieces. So now we're in my bedroom. And my little sheet that I had purchased, oh, forgive that part of the, it's come off my blind up there. I gotta get up there and fix it. Anyway, I planned on putting my little sheet there, but it wouldn't like stand up there and I was afraid it was gonna fall. So I put it in here. And it fits so well in here. It's so cute. So that's where the little sheep has ended. It's so primitive and cute. And then I get to see it every night as I'm laying in bed watching TV. I get to see it. I mean, I could have seen it over there too, but you know what I mean. I just love it. So now for my scales. You're probably thinking, Donna, why did you buy 2 more scales? Well, first of all, I bought them because they were so inexpensive. And I love them. And I mean, I've seen people have them like multiple scales above their cabinets, and I have just scattered them all about in my kitchen. So let me show you where I've put my scales. So originally up there, I had those plates sitting on that little stool, and then I had a like black kettle tea, like a teapot, but it was a cookie jar that belonged to my great-grandmother. Well, I'm giving that to my uncle. She would have been his grandmother. He's very sentimental, and so I'm going to give that to him. And so I put my scale up here, set the plates on top, and I was able to keep it. So that's where one of the scales ended up. And then over here, I put the other scale in the crate, and I like that it's the white scale because it really shows up and it looks so good with that cookbook. Actually, I have enough room that I could put another old vintage cookbook in there because I could slide my scale over, but that's where I put that. And I think it is perfect. Now up here, I have put 3 of those books that I got from Two Fat Friends. I just elevated that one little ironstone picture to kind of give it a little bit of variation in heights. So I put a stack of them there. Now I'm going to share with you where I've put the other stack of books and my old vintage radio. Angie gave me this idea where to place that radio where I've got it now, and it worked out perfectly. I love it. And so I can't wait to share that with y'all. So here is where I've placed the vintage radio. I absolutely love it. It is perfect in the spot. And there's the other stack of books. That's one of my new doilies. I just love how delicate it is. And that picture of me and Buster. And then there's a picture of James and Buster. And then that little butter tray that we set the remote in. But I just love it. She's like, they would have the radio by the chair. And I'm like, you're right. And how perfect, it has a clock in it. I love it. I am thinking about whenever I repot that pothos plant, splitting it up, and I'm gonna get me a terracotta pot and put it in here. I think it would do really good in here. I love this. I get asked a lot, did I make that? Uh-oh. I get asked, did I make this? No, I actually thrifted it. It was a mud pie paper towel holder, and I just took the center rod out and I use it like a planter. I have used it to put my fresh eggs in when we were getting them from a guy that James worked with. But I think this would be the cutest little flower pot. So when I split that pothos plant, I'm gonna set it in this and set it here, and I think that's gonna be really nice. And then I'll just put this faux fern somewhere else. But I really don't like how distracting it is having that pot, so I think a terracotta pot. And then it will also be big enough that I can put like a terracotta, you know, the little saucer too. So that's my plan for that. And be incorporating some live plants into my home. I'm trying to do that. But like I said, I was able to get everything styled that I thrifted or that I got from the Lucky Rabbit and Two Fat Friends. And I'm really happy with how everything looks. I did swap out some doilies. I put a smaller one of my doilies here because the one I had was just a little too big. So I put a smaller one there. I was trying to find... I found at the Lucky Rabbit, but it was really expensive. I was trying to find some vintage spice cans, and I found some, but honestly, they were so expensive. I'm like, I cannot justify paying that much for a spice can. So I didn't do it. I may one day do it, but I just didn't on this day because there were other things I wanted. But I did, you know, I've added this is one of my new doilies, and then in here, this is one of my new doilies under the swan. So, and then I swapped out for a smaller doily up here. The one I had was just a little too big. So I have scattered some of my doilies about, and I love them so much. Oh, you know what? I need to put one here under these little dishes. Now that I have some really small ones, I can put a little doily right here. So I need to do that. Oh, my bowls. I just spotted them. My little bowls that I bought, they're right here. And I've got them, they're just nesting. We're gonna have these baked potatoes. We were supposed to have them yesterday, but we didn't. Anyway, I've just got them sitting here. I think they're more proportionate for this area. And then I'll use this bowl like I have some red potatoes in it. I could put these potatoes in it. But I like the way this is more proportionate. It just fits better there, you know. My coffee can, I've put it here. I was originally going to put it up here, and I still may. I just got to figure out how I want to put it up there. I really don't have the room for it, but I thought it was really cute for right here by the coffee pot. And then this is just one of those faux ferns like the one I had over there on the bar. I just pulled it out of its pot and just stuck just the foliage in here. And then this fern kind of mimics this fern. And they do look very real. And they have like the real touch. So yeah. And then this is my little thrifted plates that I had originally put over here. But I moved them over here to give my coffee pot some height to kind of disguise. I need to change out that. Oh, you know what? I can do that. I have some. These covers like this that I can paint like this that goes over the whole outlet. And that way it would kind of disappear. And I need to do that. Let me go grab one, get it painted. And then I can swap it out. And that won't be so like in your face. Because like right now, it's just in your face white. But if I painted it to match the backsplash, that's what I'm gonna do. So let me get that done. This is what they look like. I do have them linked in my Amazon storefront. I get them from Amazon. And I love that this whole plate will go over the whole outlet. And you can paint them. So I love these. So I'm gonna get this one painted. Let it dry, and then I'll swap that one out over there. And I bought extra just to have on hand in case. I've put these in my office, around my living room, my bar, bedroom, different places where you don't want it to be so in your face white. You can leave them white if that goes with your thing, that's fine. Or you can paint them any color that you need them to be to match your wall or your backsplash in my case. So I'm just going to get this painted, let it dry, and then we'll get it switched out, and I'll show you the difference. So it's supposed to rain today and tomorrow and Wednesday. So I didn't fix my hair, but I need to go find a doily for that. Let's go do that. This is where I've put all of my cute little doilies. So we really need a tiny one. Let's see. And I may have to wait till my other ones come in, because there's some that's much smaller. Oh, there's a cute one. That might be cute. Let's see. Oh, there's a little one. I love these. Let's see. Oh, I love that. We'll just try a few of them and see which one we like the best. Okay. Let's go try these. We'll see which one we like the best. Angie got her one of these these came from the Lucky Rabbit, and she got her one of these, but she got the, it's more of like a light amber looking color, which goes with her house perfectly, but she got her one of these. They're so cute. Okay, let's see. This is my favorite one, so let's see what that looks like. That's cute, and I really like how dainty it is. Okay, so let me try one that's a little bit smaller. So we're gonna remove this one. We'll try this one. This one might be much better. So which side does this side? This is the bottom. This is the top. It's the finished side. Okay. Hold on. Lord, trying to do this in film is not easy. Okay. And then we'll put this here. Oh, yeah. I think that one's it. Yes, that one's it. We're going to stop there because the other one is bigger. And I think that one's the perfect size. So, yay. Okay. Ooh. Do my little chickens need a little doily? What if I had one? This one kind of hanging off. We'll leave it be. But they could use a little bit of greenery. Here we go. All right, I like that. I added that one of my favorite ones. That's real dainty to there. Yeah, I like that. That breaks up because the ironstone pitcher, let me show you. I'll show you what it looks like without it. Although I have, but see how it kind of blends in with it? So when I add this little break of it, it breaks it up. It breaks it up, and I like that. Okay, that'll work. And I was corrected on this. This is actually a coffee pot. I'm always saying things wrong. This is a coffee pot, and I love it. Oh, let me update you on the little stool and the architectural piece. This little stool, where I wanted to use it in my bedroom, it just would not go. I could not make it work. And I really have nowhere in my house I could make it work. So I'm giving that back to Angie. And then the corbel that I was going to put in my hallway, James was going to make it work. But I have decided not to do that because I want him to make me a faux beam to go across. And then it would kind of match with my wood here, my corbels he made me here. So I want to do like a faux beam up there, and that will kind of finish off the hallway right there. And I think that would look better. And then I wouldn't have to like cut up a vintage antique architectural piece. And I would have had to done that if I kept that. So I'm going to give that back to her as well. She's so sweet to let me try all these different things. But she was like, I told her, I said, I'm going to have to give you the stool back. I said, I just cannot make it work. She said, I didn't think you could, but she's so sweet. Anyway, so yeah, that's the update on those two things. So there you have it. That is all of my goodies that I purchased Saturday from the Lucky Rabbit, all styled in my home. We still have to make the lamp with the one item, but where there's a will, there is a way. And I know that some of y'all above my cabinets, it's too much, but I love it. I look up there and all of those pieces just bring me joy. My maximalist busting at the seams house brings me joy. So I love it. And I'm really happy with it. I did, because I put my little Folgers coffee can here. I did put my Hello Spring up there, and I just put a garland in that basket. That spot between my my cabinet and the top of my refrigerator, I don't have a lot of width there that I can put anything. So that basket fits perfectly. And then that fit. So I thought it was pretty. And then you see it when you come in. But yeah, I love all the things that I got. I really do try to be very selective when I'm shopping. Sometimes I fail at that. But then there are other times that, and I was going to say, there's other times that I don't buy things because I don't have a spot for it. And that did happen Saturday. I actually had in my hand a couple of things, honestly, and I would just put them back. And I told her, I said, look at me being so grown up. Thinking I was, just putting it back for somebody else to enjoy because I have it nowhere for it. So I do take into consideration that too. Sometimes. had to go in my laundry room, and I decided to move my little enamel pan. I just wasn't loving it there. So I'll show you where I've put it. I've brought it into the kitchen where I think it belongs, and I'll show you where I've put it on my cabinet. I have put it back here with this. I need to change this doily out. Lord have mercy, let me go get a different doily. I mean, look at me. I was thinking I don't need all these dollies. I'll just put some in my booth, and so far, I'm going through all these dollies. All right, I'm gonna switch the camera around so you can see this little area, and I'll kind of explain to you about it, and we'll try out a couple different doilies that I brought in here to just kind of see which one looks the best. So let me do that real quick. Okay, so I decided to put my little enamel pan here, and I know you may think that it really doesn't show up well there, but it does in person. It looks good. And then this is a little Hobby Lobby drawer that I used to have on that black shelf that James made me. So I decided to use it. I just flipped it upside down, and I just kind of put it right over here, kind of like so. And now we need to try a different doily. Ooh, that one's pretty. I kind of like that one. There's that one. Or we have this one. Oh, that one's pretty too. I think this one's going to be too small. Yeah, it would be too small. So, this one kind of goes with these. So we'll do that. And then I have just a variety of little plates and stuff. I have these little Homer Laughlin bowls that I set here. And then I have this other little, Cisco ware bowl. Oh Lord, that needs to be wiped out. Hold on. All right, that I'm gonna set here. And then I have just this little tin, because I just don't really have anywhere else for it, so I just kind of put it there. But this little ironstone creamer goes in here and just kind of fills in this corner a little bit. And I like that. I like that a lot. I like that much better there because I can actually see it and enjoy it. Yeah, I like that. So that's what I've done there. Or would a cute chicken look? Would my chicken look good there? Hold on, let's try this. Let me try something different. That's kind of cute too. But I have these chickens, so I probably won't do that. Well, I think I'm going to put it back the way I had it, because I like having this layered look. I like the lightness of this. So, yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Yep. All right, so let me go put these doilies up that I'm not using. I'm having so much fun with all these doilies. And I have always decorated with doilies. I remember having my first home when I was first out on my own, married, had my first home. I have always used doilies. I have always loved them. And I'm so glad that so many are falling in love with them, because they really are a lost art. They are gorgeous, and I love them. I love them. So, all right, so there's that. I like that so much better. And that big, huge ironstone, I used to have a really big ironstone platter there, which I'm okay with removing it because I have this other platter back here that was belonged to my great-grandmother. So what I did with the other ironstone platter, I just relocated it because I love it. And honestly, I'm thinking about whenever I hang my shelf up there with my frames and stuff, I may hang the platter up there as well, but if not, it's okay, because what I've done with it is I have put it right here, and it kind of like, I don't know, just kind of brings all that together. So that's where I've put it. I've just rearranged. I love moving around decor and just rearranging things. It's just so much fun. So yeah, that's what I've done. But now I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna start editing this video and see what all I've put on here. And that also helps me when I am trying to decide if I really like something somewhere. When I edit it, I'll either get up and move it, or I'll be like, yeah, that looks good, I like that. So I always say take pictures or film it or something like that, because I don't know, there's something about it that you can just see things if you take pictures or film it that you don't see just by actually looking at it. It's weird, but that's what I do. All right, that's what I'm gonna do, and I'll catch up with y'all later. Oh, such a lazy boy. Well, after editing the video and looking at all my stuff styled, I'm leaving everything like I have it now. Y'all know that that's probably going to change. You know how we are about our home decor. We always switching things up. But right now, I'm happy with it. So I'm going to end the video here. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some ideas, some inspiration. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.